Hey, how's it going, folks? Stacker Noob UK back once again with another silver stacking video. Hope you're all doing really well. Now, I hope you're all very interested in this part 2 of how to clean silver series from Stacker Noob. Basically, in the first video, I presented you with this Engelhard 10-ounce bar, which had a lot of grub and grime on it, and we used ammonium diluted in some warm water to clean that off, and it's done an absolutely gorgeous job. It's revealed that it's a little bit scratched and things, but you know, for a 35-year-old bar, not too bad. What it has left behind though is this toning here. Now, it has actually removed some of the toning a little bit, interestingly, the ammonium method, but there's still quite substantial toning on various parts of the bar. There's some underneath there. There's a couple of really dark spots on the back, and there's the back corner here as well, as you can see, it's pretty badly toned. So I have always wanted to try detoning silver, and this is probably the best example I have of something that I can try it with. So now that the surface of the silver is nice and clean and exposed, we're going to use the bicarbonate of sodium baking soda method to clean off the tarnish. So how does this work exactly? So let's put everything together. Let me just move this aside. Rightio. So what we have here is a Pyrex dish. It doesn't have to be a Pyrex dish, it could be any dish, but it's just the best thing that I had available. And I've cut a bit of tin foil, or aluminum foil, for any Americans out there, or anyone else in any part of the world, I guess. But yeah, we call it tin foil in the UK. So what I'm going to do is put that little square of tin foil in the bottom here. And then I have a tablespoon, and I'm going to spoon out about a tablespoon's worth of just normal table salt. So this is nothing special, just normal table salt. So that'll do nicely there. All right, now we have bicarbonate of soda. This is Dr. Oetker stuff, but any brand will do. Other brands are available. So we're going to do the same with the bicarbonate of soda. So, you know, roughly a tablespoon's worth. It doesn't have to be exact. It's chemistry is a bit of a non-exact science at times. As long as you've got enough of everything, everything works in my experience. Although I'm not a chemist, I'm a biologist, so if this doesn't work, you know, don't blame me. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I have pre-boiled a kettle. It's been cooling down though, so it should be relatively fine now. And we're going to just pour that over this little mixture here. You'll get a bit of a fizz. We're going to just make sure that we have a decent layer of water in there. That is about nice. There we go, so that should do. And what is that? It's pretty hot, but that's just about acceptable, I think. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to quickly answer the door. The postman arrived for something, and not silver related, unfortunately. So if things look a bit different here, it's because I had to answer the door quickly. But as you can see, the water's going a bit cloudy now. That's because the bicarbonate of soda and the salt are starting to dissolve, but that's helped that process along. That's part of the reason we have warm water. It helps speed up reactions, including dissolving, of course. So let's just mix that around. It doesn't have to be completely dissolved. It's no big deal. Alright, right. So our tin foil is under the water, but it'll, I mean, it's trying to float, but it'll be fine. It won't matter too much. Alright, so let's take our bar and let's see what we're going to do first. I guess we'll put it in like this, because the amount of water we've got in there, it should just get up to about this level, and we should be able to see the toning being removed. So let's just hold that under there for a minute or two. And if I just take it out, let's see what we've achieved, if anything. Well, that's quite clear, isn't it? See how it's detoned there? Just a few seconds. That's taken a lot of... Oh, it smells. I can smell that, tell you. It's taken a lot of toning off already, just in that couple of seconds there. Still hasn't quite got to this bad boy here, so let's try another technique. How about we just put it in like this? Cover it over. Just watch it for a few seconds. Let's see if any of the toning is lifting. In fact, yep, you can see it. It is moving. The look, the toning here and here is disappearing as we speak before our very eyes. That's good. I'm glad that that's working. Let's just give it a little help along, mix up some of this crud that's not quite dissolved yet. Alright, let's take it out. What have we got happening here? Oof. Alrighty, so well, there was a lot of toning on the bottom here, if you remember. That seems to have disappeared. Still quite a lot of toning on the corner there. But yeah, you saw live how the toning just has almost disappeared completely in the back here. There's a few little spots. Pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that in the water for a few minutes, and let's see if we can watch the toning disappear before our very eyes. I might have to speed up the video, but let's see what happens. I might just put a little bit more bicarbonate of soda in as well. There we go. And maybe a little bit, touch more salt as well. Alright, there we go. So, I'm going to leave that like that. I'll speed the video up and I'll be back with you in a jiffy. Alright, we've been going about 2 or 3 minutes now, so let's have a look. I just stood up on this end just to try and reduce the amount of silver that was competing basically for the aluminium, essentially. So let's see. So we can see that this corner here is still quite nicely toned. See if we can just wipe any of that off. It may just be a case of it. In fact, yeah, look, that's coming off. So it may just be a case that it needs a bit of a wipe. Alright. That's worked nicely, actually. Interestingly, there seems to be something going on around the nines here. Seems to be maybe a bit more crud. Yeah, look, it's very dirty. Very dirty. So, what I'll do, I think, is, well, we'll just have a quick look around first of all. Let's see what we've achieved. So, well, look at that. That's an improvement, isn't it? The toning is almost completely lifted around here. Still a bit more to go around here. There's some sort of crud has appeared around here. There's a bit of toning here still. There's a little bit in the corner there. But I'm most impressed by the back. So we had quite a dark dot here, which is almost completely gone now. The back here could probably use a little bit of a rubby-dub-dub. And looks like there's a little bit there still as well. But overall, that's not too bad for about 3 or 4 minutes work. So what I'll do is I'm going to replace this and do another one. Give this a quick wipe over and do another one. And then I'll be back in just a jiffy. Stay there. Alrighty guys, we are back. Now, don't adjust your sets. I have changed the bowl here. This is actually just normal cold water. I just put the bar from the solution water straight into the cold water here just to rinse off any of the residual salt and things. I have a little bit of tissue paper here, which I'm going to just take the bar out with now. Put that on there. Let's move the water. Let's give this a quick little pat down, like you'd wrap a baby up, pat them down after a bath. Let's just make sure we're all good. I think we are perfect. Alright, so let's assess the results. And I gotta say, that has worked absolutely beautifully. The primary concern was this corner here, but as you can see, after I left it in for another, let's say 5 minutes or so, I was running out of space on my phone, so I couldn't keep the camera rolling, unfortunately. But after leaving it in for another 5 minutes or so, and I also folded the tin foil over on it just to increase the surface area that was in contact. But yeah, that's lovely. There's a little bit going on here still, just a tiny bit. And I think I saw, yeah, so there's also just a little touch here. But those dark patches here and here are much, much reduced, aren't they? They're massively reduced. Let's see if I can wipe any more of that. Probably not. No, but that's as good as we're going to get it. But that is looking really nice now. And the front, I mean, that's a transformation, isn't it? Absolute transformation from what it was. There was a big bit of toning back here as well, completely gone. This back corner, like I say, these corners here had a lot of toning, completely gone here. Just a little bit here. So this corner really was the problem, but I think that is an excellent, excellent result. I mean, if we take the initial bar and how it looked, how it was a bit grubby and grimy and stuff, and now this, I'm very, very pleased with my efforts. All for just a few quid's worth of kitchen chemicals as well. Absolutely brilliant. So there we go, guys. Let me know what you think of that. Just to run very quickly through the chemistry of this thing in case anyone's wondering. Basically what we've done here is a redox reaction. Aluminium is more reactive than silver, a lot more reactive than silver, so it essentially steals the oxygen from the silver oxide, which is produced when silver is exposed to the air for a long, long time. You need the bicarbonate of soda as a source of electrolytes, as a source of electrons, basically, an ion source, so it allows the reaction to proceed. And also the carbonate in the bicarbonate of soda mixes with water and produces carbonic acid, which is basically, it's a very, very, very lightly abrasive acid which strips the aluminium foil of its layer of aluminium oxide, so that it allows the reaction to continue. Now that's my understanding of things. I'm not a chemist, I'm a biologist, so forgive me if that's a little bit wrong. And the addition of the salt is to help maintain the pH, and it's called a buffer, and also as another source of ions and electrons as well. So there we go, guys. I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm very, very pleased. What I'll do is I'll have a before and after photo coming up shortly. I'll do that at the end of the video, so stick around for that. But make sure you like this video and help it get promoted to the silver community. It was other channels that I learned this technique off of, so thank you very much for all of you guys who have pioneered this technique before. But I gotta say, this definitely works, and I'll definitely be using this in the future if I have any more badly toned pieces. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, hope that helps, and cheers.